Welcome to The Zero Employee Company, based on the book by Giovanni Brees. This episode is about the single highest leverage logging habit in the whole memory system. It catches the most dangerous kind of agent failure, a confident hallucination. That's an answer that's wrong but sounds exactly like one that's right. The habit is called QMD. QMD stands for Question, Memory, Decision. Every non-trivial decision an agent makes gets recorded in those three parts. And yes, the order matters. The question is the thing the agent was actually deciding. Stage this draft or send it. Reconcile now or wait. Reply to this email or escalate it. Put the fork in writing. The decision says what the agent did and why. That's the obvious part, so that's where most logging begins and ends. But the middle line does the real work, and pretty much everybody skips it. The memory line records what the agent actually used to make the call, which files it read, what the world model said, what the store returned. The specific context has to be written down before the decision. Here's why that middle line matters so much. If a decision has no explicit grounding in memory, it's usually a guess dressed up as a fact. The agent produces a plausible answer, you look at the output, and there's no way to tell whether it came from real context or was invented on the spot. That's the problem. A good hallucination looks exactly like a good answer. QMD makes the agent show its evidence. If the memory line is empty or vague, the agent guessed. You can see that immediately. The format itself is dead simple. 3 lines. Q, the question. M, the context it used. D, the decision and the reason. Here's the worked example from the book. The question, stage this draft for review or send it directly. The memory, read the operating brief, which says all outward content goes to review first. Read the world model, which says this agent owns staging and needs no approval to stage. Check today's log, no active hold on this queue. The decision, staged it to the review queue, did not send because sending crosses the boundary to the outside world, and that needs a human yes. Look at the memory line. It names the exact sources. That's what makes the decision auditable. This gives you 2 big things. The first is faster debugging. When something goes wrong, you read the QMD log and can tell at a glance whether the decision came from real context or was made up. Debugging drops from an hour of guessing to 5 minutes of reading. The reasoning is sitting right beside the outcome instead of disappearing inside the model. You don't have to reconstruct what the agent might have been thinking. It already told you what it read. The second thing is less obvious but more powerful. QMD changes how the agent behaves. If an agent has to write down its evidence before acting, it's far less likely to invent evidence it doesn't have. Stating the grounding creates pressure at the exact moment of the decision. It's the same reason people make fewer careless errors when they have to show their work. The log records the decision, but it also makes the agent commit to its sources in the moment. That pressure alone cuts the hallucination rate. So where does QMD live? In the same place as the rest of the memory, a text log. The agent appends a QMD block whenever it makes a decision that matters. It doesn't need one for every trivial action. Use it for the non-trivial forks, where a wrong call has a cost, and pair it with the mistakes log from the last episode. When a QMD entry turns out to be wrong, you can see exactly which grounding failed. That gives you a precise prevention rule instead of a vague warning that probably won't help the next time. The takeaway is small and you can copy it today. Whenever an agent makes a real decision, make it write 3 lines: the question, the memory it used, and the decision. Be strict about the middle line. An empty memory line is a red flag. It means the agent is guessing. That one habit will catch more silent failures than any amount of model tuning. It catches the failure when it happens, before the answer has already gone out the door. The next episode moves to the deepest layer of the stack, the one that actually needs real infrastructure, long-term vector memory, and the tools you install to run it. Giovanni Brees put the QMD pattern in the build kit of his book, The Zero Employee Company. Link in the show notes. See you in the next one.